out. We're back, and we have got Preacher, Flex Reed. I have got to make sure that these guys have their mics on because holy shit. We have quite the announcement coming. So I hear, I'm connected with all this crap on the internet, all these different things. And I get wind of a North American tag tourney where they're randomly picking heavyweights together. Preacher, what is going on with this?
Jig by God Meister. How the hell you doing?
Pretty good, actually. This is going to be quite the deal today. We're going to cause a bunch of people to clutch their pearls.
Well, let me explain something. Wow. First and foremost, as the executive director of 3HW Enterprises, it is my job to protect my guys, to search out and find the best business opportunities for them.
And Spawn's blocking the sun for you.
He is. I can almost take the sunglasses off. The Swiss Army apartment over here has everything but a sunshade. But it's my job to find the best business opportunities for my charges. I'm very good at what I do. This tag team consortium, whatever you want to call it, came to me and brought this idea that is going to be the biggest thing in tag team wrestling since the Crockett Cup. And
okay,
a very select few individuals will be involved in it.
People get into this thing.
It is by invitation only. It is the greatest independent wrestlers across all of North America. And I was notified that they wanted the natural, pound for pound, the strongest wrestler on God's green earth.
That's right.
Mr. Flex Reed to be involved.
As I've heard earlier today from somebody who may be here and may not be here, keep it flexy.
Absolutely. And that's what it is, Jiggy. And so I'm sure you've been notified of it because if they're having the greatest wrestlers, obviously they're having the greatest executive director there. Surely they're going to have the greatest media personality.
I would hope. I would hope that we're not having, who is it? Rusty R. Beams is going to be there. Hopefully it's somebody else.
Jiggy, we don't got to get back in black. I am black. I'm the black.
I don't need to get back in black. I am black.
So on that
That's
note,
awesome.
The fact is, number one on the list, the very first name was Flex Reed. And I'm not going to break down who number two was, but my understanding is that's how the partnership is joining up. And Flex, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Flex Reed, what do we have here?
Well, shit, I was just sitting back flipping through some Kansas wrestling, and I got the call saying, hey, there's a tournament that's going to be a national tournament. We're going to put a few names in a hat and draw some names. When the name came out with Flex Reed, I said, hold the up. Shut the front door. Actually, we're on the Jiggy show. I said, hold the fuck up. Shut the front door. Shit. I had to sit here and look, and I had to think about it. I said, me and this cat, I'm pound for pound the strongest professional wrestler on God's green earth. And you have to look around, and when you look at just fucking pure size and strength, the man's got size, the man's got strength. You look back at the days of wrestling when you had guys like the One-Man Gang and the Natural Butch Reed put together. Now, you saying that, you look at this tag team coming up, and I'm sure the shit talking in Kansas is going to go and the scutterbug's going to fly high, but who gives a damn? Because at the end of the day, you got the Natural and you got this man tagging, and who the hell would have thought?
It's the Mangler.
Well, listen, brother. Everybody's going to lose their fucking minds here in just a second. Are we live?
We are.
I guarantee you Billy Fat Simmons is going to fucking watch this right now. He's going to I shouldn't call any names out. But he's going to come down to the house. He's going to put his mask on so the disability people don't come after him. And he's going to get his goddamn check, buy a new pair of boots, and then get in the ring. Nobody can pick his fat ass up either. but you have to carry him when you're wrestling him.
Oh, my Lord.
But it's only natural when you got the only natural Flex Reed, and you got the only real wrestler.
The Mangler.
Magic.
And now, who the hell would have ever thought the Mangler and Flex Reed would be sitting here?
Team.
Are you kidding me? The Mangler and Flex sitting eye to eye chilling? What?
Well, you know what I think is
Not in a million years, I would have said last Thursday.
Hey, shit, I wouldn't have said that last night. Hell, I wouldn't have said that this morning until your ass came walking in. I'm sitting here thinking, damn, Mangler's pulling a Bones Conley. Flex is here and he's no-showing. What the fuck, Mangler? Now, next week when it's my turn, I'm going to no-show the Mangler. He's going to come out here, bottle of Fireball, and be like, fuck Flex Reed's fat ass. Oh, shit, Flex ain't fat. But he's skinny. Fuck his little ass. And then I'm going to have to be like, Mangler, what the fuck, man? You stole my hair.
You know?
Hey, you know who's not watching? Tommy Snow.
Well, you know what's funny about this is that Tommy Snow has a history with Preacher here, because Tommy Snow is at last I knew the executive. What is he? Executive director?
Let's get down to it. Tommy Snow is one hell of a guy, but what he's doing right now to the natural Flex Reed and his, how do I say this? When you got power, you use it. Well, when you don't got the power, you bring in somebody to kind of pull the plug on the power, and that's what we're doing here. See where things go. Kansas wrestling, it's a big-ass plate. A lot of people can eat. Ain't this a bitch when two people are eating off the same motherfucking plate?
I challenge any of you motherfuckers that think you're wrestlers. I'm the only goddamn real wrestler, so any of you pretend-ass motherfuckers, why don't you come over, say hello to Flex and I, because we're not only the only real wrestlers going to be in that ring, we're also the only real tough guys that are going to be there, too.
Hey, let's put it this way. All I got to do is look good and look at the ladies, and I'll let the Mangler wrestle shit. And maybe the Mangler can actually teach a few cats in the ring how to wrestle, on the fly, brother. Shit, that's all I'm saying.
Can I get an amen from the congregation?
That's right.
Hey, because a few people need a trainer in the ring to train them while we're working, so let's get it done.
The whole XWE roster?
Oh, my God. Well, we weren't going to mention any names, but
Oops.
Apparently you've went there.
Oh, am I going to get any more heat than I've already got?
I need to back up a little bit from the Mangler. This motherfucker's smoking over here. God damn. Mangler can't come a block within the church.
So Mangler, you worked last night.
Yeah.
Out there in what, Topeka?
Topeka.
Tell me a little bit about
OCW. So we're out there at the Lady of Guadalupe. We were doing a charity show, fundraiser thing for them, and
that's cool.
It was Mike Ortega's project, his show OCW.
Last
Great.
I knew, he wanted to fight me. I don't know if that's.
Well, I didn't know anything about this.
That's still true.
You got to tell me a story now. Mike did ask if you'd heard, if you'd asked about him.
Apparently, a couple years ago, I think it was Kenny Zombie
Mike
Jones.
would fuck you up, by the way.
But he probably. You know what's funny is Flex told me a couple weeks ago, I've taken more bumps than most of the pro wrestlers in Kansas.
Oh, for sure.
So Kenny Zombie Jones or somebody apparently told Mike Ortega that I wanted to fight him. And I started getting these messages from this guy named Mike Ortega. I didn't know who he was. He's like, I hear you want to fight me. And I'm like, I don't even know who you are. But, of course, I immediately do what I always do, which is I just talk shit to him. Because I'm like, who is this fucking guy? I don't know who this guy is. And then after I've sent all these messages, I get on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, that's who he is. and so, at one point we were supposed to have a fight. I always thought, why don't we just get together and have this fight, and then everybody makes money. But I don't know.
I'll call Mike.
Oh, Mike!
We'll put this sumbitch together.
I'll ring announce.
And then somebody else that I've been wanting to fight is Shane. What the hell's his name? Shane, whatever the hell. The guy, the wrestling guy from Texas.
God damn it, Jiggy. Who don't you want to fight? Shit. Just calm it down, Jiggy. Calm it down.
A couple years ago, maybe, but now you got teeth and you look like Butterbean.
Same.
No, you don't need to fight Mike, though. Mike will beat you up.
Actually, we had a referee last night that looks just like Jiggy at the show.
I've seen his. Well, hey, listen, we had a fake
Jeff.
Jiggy show up at one of those other shows one
You
time.
know what's funny? One time Mangler was at a show here in Hutch. It was at the old schoolhouse way back in the day with Taz Wrestling, which ironically you own now.
I own it. Technically, I own XWE too. I just haven't sent them the cease and desist yet.
And he sends me a text message. Now, we were at a Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just posted, like, a photo of me with Lou Ferrigno. I'm marking out to Lou Ferrigno, which it's too bad we don't have Brittany in the room, because then I could say, I never mark out, and then she would, of course, go, bullshit. Liar.
Damn, she said liar from the shitters. She stopped wiping her ass mid-wipe to call you a liar.
So, I get this text from Mangler going, hey, there's a guy here. Why are you here in Hutch? I thought you were in Kansas City. And I'm like, I'm in Kansas City. And I sent him a photo of me and Bob Hunter hanging out with some chick painted up like somebody from the frickin' Addams Family.
What the hell were you and Bob
or
Hunter
whatever.
doing?
Oh, Bob was probably perving out, and I was, marking out and all the different stuff.
Being a bigger perv.
And he's like, there is a guy sitting in the crowd here that is you. He's got glasses. He's got one of those stupid baseball caps like you're wearing. Verbatim. He's like, and he's wearing a stupid fucking fanny pack. He looks like an idiot. And everybody in the back thinks it's you. And I said, well, he's wearing a fanny pack. He's got a baseball cap on. He looks like an idiot. Well, that might be me. But no, I'm in Kansas City right now. So there's this doppelganger Jiggy running around the area. So apparently now he's a referee.
I'd kind of like to meet him. He's probably a hell of a lot cooler than you.
Probably is, actually.
I'd hang out with that guy.
I'd hang out with that guy.
Be a part of that guy's podcast
That's
and
right.
all right.
Is that Darren Lassatte?
He's got 3 listeners too.
And 1.5 views.
That's right. So once you guys win this tag tournament, what's next?
Who gives a fuck? Shit, we're about to win the tag tournament. That's all that matters now.
Being the only real champions, we'll just carry those as long as we can keep them around our waists.
You know what I always think is funny about you, Mangler? And I'm going to put you over.
You better.
I'm warning you, I'm putting you over. There's all these guys. I talked to all these various wrestling, because I know all the wrestling guys in Kansas, and they all, for whatever reason, I should start a newsletter like Meltzer, because they all tell me information. But
You're the mixing pot. We all tell you information because we know you're going to stir the fucking pot. I can feed you some piece of information, and I know everybody else is going to hear about it too.
Can I get an
I
email
start all
from-
my drama through Jiggy. If I want heat, I call Jiggy. I'll have it in 24 hours.
Or less.
or less. All these people, and it's so funny because Flex told me the same thing in Horton. He's like, no matter who it is, they always bitch about, well, Mangler's got the stupid haircut, or he's kind of a prick, or he treats people horribly.
I do.
Nobody ever puts down your training.
Well, it's the only real training.
Everybody's always like, he trains really good guys. And I hear this from everybody. And it's like not one person talks shit on your training. I find that amazing. And what's funny is a lot of these guys hate to admit it.
Oh, I know they do. Most of my former students hate to admit it. I saw one of my little students last night. They're at the wrestling show up there, little Angel, Mexican Angel. And so I see him, and he's been wrestling for other places here and there.
Yeah.
And, but it was nice to see him. He wrestled Big Dog, Jesse Price, and they did a good match. And it was nice to see him. But I don't think anybody likes to admit they're trained by me. But it gets you a little bit, further in the door than anything else.
That's right.
At least they know you're committed. You're staying in the ring. You're staying in shape. You're staying active. You're learning how to do promos. You're learning how to do all of this shit.
Hold the fuck up, Mangler. Shut the front motherfucking door. You're telling me I actually got to cut a promo, lift some weights, fucking learn a headlock from a wristwatch, bebop, bop, bop. I can't take what I seen on SmackDown and come work for you? Get the fuck out of here, Mangler.
You can do all the front flips and back
you
flips.
kidding me?
I'm not even going to the top rope.
Hold on, Mangler. I might drop the elbow, brother. Are you telling me that shit won't work?
Hey, man, It will me. I just had surgery on my fucking elbow. I had a bad weenus problem the other day.
God damn it. Call the promoter. I need books somewhere. Shit. I'll be a friend.
Hey.
I ain't working out no more. I'm done with this shit.
Here's the real question.
DJ Spawn, you can take my robe and you can tag with Mangler. I'm out of here. He actually said I got to work to work.
He looks like an athlete. This guy looks like an athlete, though.
He does, but we all do. Hell, rounds of shape.
You know what I think is funny is I get around guys like Preacher and Flex, and they always tell me, they're like, we have all these people that'll walk up to us, and they're like, hey, I want to get into wrestling. I want to wrestle. And I seen it a couple times in Horton where there was these guys that were like, oh, I want to wrestle, blah, blah, blah. And Flex is always telling me, he's like, if I'm going to send anybody anywhere, it's going to be to the Mangler.
Who else is going to train him? Billy Simmons? Fuck, he doesn't even know how to reach down and tie his shoes. Can he even reach him?
He's lost some weight. I did see him in Junction City a couple weeks ago.
He took a shit?
I think it's because he had shoulder surgery.
Speaking of taking a shit, can somebody spray for Jiggy's wife? God damn, she been in there a while. She gave us 4 courtesy flushes. God damn, I keep hearing whoosh, whoosh. I'm looking over at the Mangler thing. What's going on? Hell, I thought he was farting there a couple of minutes ago. I'm like, God damn, Mangler, you should have let that shit outside, bro. And it's down. Jiggy, go save her.
It happens.
You better, hey, somebody better go get her.
I might have to send Spawn to go get her.
Come on.
Spawn down.
Hey, somebody put on the creepy Friday the 13th music. Spawn's got it.
Don't do that. Lenny will pop through the door.
That's right. You know what's funny is a couple years ago I was trying to.
I'm fucking dead.
I
can't do this shit.
I was trying to book a wrestling show in Salina at the Saline County Fairgrounds when they still had that. And before the city took it and demolished it for the hell of it because someone paid them off for a tennis court, but whatever. And I mentioned something to Mangler about booking different people. He's like, well, we could call this guy, this guy, this guy. You know, he starts going down the list, and he goes, well, and Lenny would probably sleep under the grandstands. And we could get him there.
Hey, man, I called Lenny. I think I called him yesterday morning before I left, but I was trying to get him to go up to the show with me in Topeka. But I think, I don't think he's been wrestling for here just a little bit. I think he had some sort of, I don't know what it was.
You know what is so funny is whenever I go to Hoisington, the next day we always stay over in Hoisington, and then we go to the Pizza Hut across the street, and we always go in with Lenny.
Oh, because he knows everybody. He's the biggest
celebrity in the building.
Oh, bro, he wears those eyes everywhere he goes. He almost got fired from work. He was wearing the eyes. Hey, bro, so he does it in Wichita, too. He comes down there, and he wears his eyes. He's just coming on Saturday for training. He was wearing his eyes, and he goes to Who Hot. So we get to Who Hot 3 times in a row. I mean, he came maybe, probably 2 weeks in a row. He came on a Wednesday and a Saturday. We get to Who Hot every fucking time. He's like, hey, so I've got this Who Hot coupon. And he pulls out this fucking, coupon that he fucking probably made. And he's like, I can't get this thing to work. It won't scan. And so they give him a free meal. We go the next time. Go the next time. Can I talk to a manager? I can't get my coupon to work. So they give him a business card. Then he uses that next time. I don't think he's ever paid for a Who Hot. I don't think he's ever paid a Who Hot. He also goes to Scotch and Sirloin. You can get your own cut of whatever, you can get a fucking 84-ounce steak if you want one. Really, it's have you ever been there? It's fucking wonderful. Out the ass expensive, so I don't know why he was going. And I'm sure he pulled the same gimmick there. He probably got a $100 steak for free somehow. He's a worker.
You hear this shit, Spawn? He can get all that shit for free, and you still paying $40 on Saturday night? You still dropping 220s on Saturday night, dog? You better get that $19.99 special, and you get some steak. Think about it.
I eat my steak at Golden Corral.
Your steak's dead when you eat it. His isn't.
His isn't. So we're gonna win the tag titles. And then
there's no future plan. We're just gonna keep them until we decide to give them back. We're gonna keep them. Nobody's gonna beat us. What the fuck do you think this is?
It is what it is.
We're turning this shit into a shoot. I'm taking the belts 1, 2, 3, and then we're never giving them back.
Bang bang, bang bang. Just like that.
I win every time.
Hold on,
Seriously,
hold on.
what tag team do you think could really beat us? If we
Mangler, I read that on a T-shirt before.
the only real wrestler? You were looking at my back.
No. You win every time. Something like that. I've read that on a T-shirt. Don't infringe the gimmick, sir.
Oh, shit.
Don't infringe the gimmick.
Is it trademarked? I'm a big fan of doing that shit.
Hey, brother, you already know we're the rip-off of Gang and Butch Reed. We got to stop right there. We can't keep going with this shit. We done came on the Jiggy show, done stirred every goddamn thing
We
up.
need Lenny to manage us now.
What's
Hey, can we pull him out of retirement?
Preacher, do you hear this?
Preacher, can we pull Lenny out of retirement? What do we think about this, man?
Can it be for the hard way?
How many times has he retired this week?
I'm this week. I lost count. I'm not a manager. I'm the executive director. So
Okay.
if we need a manager, I can find somebody to do that. And who better than Lenny? We won't pay for nothing.
He won't expect it. He'll work the restaurant before he gets to town.
That's awesome.
As long as we eat at Hoo Hot.
As we eat at Hoo Hot.
Oh.
He was deeply disappointed when they closed that Sonic in Hoisington.
Oh, shit, I bet.
He got a hold of me and he was like, "Dog, I'm feeling down." I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "They closed the Sonic." No more cheese coaties for Lunatic Lenny.
That's why Spawn ain't got no more dates. Shit, that's where he take him get them cheese conies. Tell her, girl, hey, you.
DJ Spawn, you DJ the wrestling shows too? You want to?
He's got his gear.
It'd be better. Hey, it'd be a better sound. You could walk in there blind, deaf and retarded, and you could still come out better than Brian Blade shows.
Damn. Damn.
Because
Damn.
because-
That's like
because
below
that
the
because
belt.
that motherfucker is the
That's like
drizzling
the drop
dog
kick.
shits. Brian Blade is the biggest giant piece of shit that I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
Fuck him. Fuck you, Brian Blade, you bitch.
Oh my God.
That's a shoot.
That's a Bruce Lee death blow.
Hand
Walk
the
into
floor
my
over.
fucking territory, take my
Lex
fucking
Reed
money,
is like-
take my food off my fucking plate, you cocksucker.
I'm gonna hand the floor over to the Mangler right
The
now
only
because
worst one than him is Jerry.
God
The only
damn.
worst one than him is Jerry fucking Boston.
Oh, he's.
Oh no.
let me step out and let the Mangler dig this
Let me tell you about the
motherfucking
time.
hole
Let
himself.
me tell you about the time DDP had food poisoning, so he could work the fucking open spot instead of the main event, so he
Hey.
could go the fuck back to the hotel. 'Cause the
Let
show
me
was
get
a
out
shit
of here
show.
so the Mangler can tell this. I'm gonna go check on who's taking a shit because the shit's rolling out here now. I'm telling y'all done let this motherfucker get going. I told y'all, don't let him get going. If he gets
You're the
going,
one who
flexes
told me
out
to,
of here.
motherfucker. You're the one who told me to. I
hold
came
up.
in here mild and mannered and everything else.
Gotta put this shit on Jiggy. You came in here and I said, oh shit.
Jiggy dude,
Everything-
he
whole
stirs
thing-
the pot.
He set this whole thing up knowing what was going to happen.
Yes, he did. Jiggy knew what the fuck
You're
he
the
was
smartest, stupid person I've ever met in my life.
The smartest stupid person you've ever.
doing. And he still has more teeth than everybody in the
Hey, how about that? How about that time you got us kicked out of Hooters because Brian Knob said something sexual about your teeth and a gum job?
Oh.
You wouldn't have got kicked out if Jiggy would have kept his fucking shirt on.
Oh no, the problem was all he was wearing was the fanny pack
Oh shit! And he had it on backwards
and a Hawaiian shirt that was unbuttoned.
That's right.
with one flip flop and a combat boot.
You know, I probably had the combat boot. Don't know about the flip.
You need the goddamn boots today because we're going to town with this shit. Let me tell you something.
Brother.
I don't want to tell you anything. I just want to see your reaction.
You just wanted to see my reaction.
So hey, call up Jerry Bostic. I know he's your friend.
I don't have.
Put him on
Jerry's
Skype or whatever the
number.
fuck he does.
I don't
TikTok.
have Jerry's number.
Yes, you do. You fucking Mark.
You fucking Mark.
You fucking her up Jerry Bostic's ass more than fucking. I don't know. I'm not even gonna call
Hey,
it.
hey,
No more names.
I love it, guys. I love it. It's been fun, but checking the time, we got to get out of here.
Yes, yes.
It's the go home spot. Let's go.
Let's do this. DJ Spawn, I'm going to have you do your thing. Wiggy wiggy and all that stuff. And we are going to take a break. And when we come back, we have got Gigi Noir, I believe, on Skype. I see her.
Isn't that a wine?
No, she's a MILF. But whatever.